Okay, we are back. We've got a few things out from making takes. We'll give it a minute to see if anybody's going to be able to join us. And what did we say, Dill? Let me look here. Yeah, 2 packets left. So if anybody did not get a make and take packet and would like one, please let me know. Welcome back. There's Judy. Yay, thank you, Judy, for letting me know. Hope you're doing well today. Able to find it, Dee? Okay, it's under
I'm not the best.
CT's Craft and Connect group. We are having a Stampin' Up! Day. We've got another event tonight, the after party, so for those that did register for that. There we go. There we go. I really didn't do anything. You just handed it to me and it popped right up, so I don't think I'm any better at it than you are. So if you have your make and take packet, be sure and grab it. We've got 3 quick, cute little projects that we're going to make. Do I need to move that cord?
No, it's good.
It's good? Okay. So we are going to start with our Whimsy and Wonder card, and it is a super straightforward little tree. I use the scalloped contour dies to cut the large piece of designer series paper for our background, then just a little strip of that fun colorful stripe. Your tree is cut from designer series paper, and then this is your decoration, your garland. There are 2 different sizes of trees that have the garland that coordinate. I just think that is so super cute. Don't forget that you do have the die that cuts out, I think it's 8 or 10 little ornaments. And then it also has a die that cuts out the stars. So I think that's great that you get 6 or 8 stars in one pass through the die cut machine, or the little ornaments. So this is a fun card. Of course, you could add a sentiment with a little strip banner. You could certainly stamp on the inside if you wanted to. Let me grab a bone folder. But it doesn't have to have any stamping. And I love using this size of that scallop contour dies because of the way that it just lines up on your card front. It's perfect. So I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue and adhere that down. So if you want to work along with me, that would be awesome. Or if you're watching the replay, what? Is it not really coming out?
No, glue's fine.
Oh. Found a little piece that we didn't pop out on the die, so check yours and make sure we got all those out. We tried, but we are not perfect, are we, Dee? I don't even know that we try to be perfect, do we? What? Oh, my trees are upside down. Thank you. Watch your pattern. It's just a subtle pattern in the background. Ooh, thank you, Dale. Yeah, I better not strive for perfect, or I would be setting myself up for failure, wouldn't I?
But it's handmade. It's
Yes,
not supposed to
but
be
it
perfect.
still should not have upside down trees. Although, LaDonna does have an upside down Christmas tree. It looks really cool.
So maybe she wants her trees upside down.
Maybe so. I don't know.
And it looks really great from outside.
Uh-huh, it does. That's a joke. That's an inside joke. I hope I didn't cut that too long, but I sure did, didn't I? Yep, I'm gonna have to come in and snip mine with my scissors. Oh boy. Or my third hand will come in and snip. Thank you. Now you know I have glue on my finger, right? This is the fun part. making cards and making a mess. I just love this paper, how fun and bright it is. Now I'm going to just use a little bit of liquid glue. You could certainly use your fine tip glue pen, or you could use adhesive sheets when you're die cutting. That would make this super easy to add, but I'm just putting just a little touch of liquid glue. Our liquid glue is just so strong, it doesn't take a lot. Anybody else joining, Dave?
Well, you got Judy, Cassandra.
I can't believe
And
Cassandra
Jan.
made it home so fast. So I know she was driving the speed limit, right?
Right.
The posted speed limit.
Yes. Traveling at posted speeds. I'm gonna have to pick this guy up to put this on. And again, you know, it's whimsy and wonder. You don't have to be perfect putting your garland on your tree. I know I'm certainly not in real life. What do y'all like to decorate your tree with? For years we had the handmade ornaments that the kids made, and I remember, I guess it was maybe when Tara went to college that first year, I went and bought like coordinating ornaments so the tree would all be decorated like with blue or red, because I've got blue and red ornaments. She was crushed that I was not using the ornaments that they made growing up, so I messed up. A mom mess up moment. But my tree sure was pretty that year. I do like having all the handmade. The last couple years we've done handmade ornaments, haven't we?
Well, we've done the ornament swaps.
Yes. I used to also love making popcorn strings to add to the tree as well. I did that a lot when I was growing up. I know when the kids were little, to sit there with embroidery floss and make a little string while you watch television. It's so fun. I'm getting excited about the holidays already. So you're just going to add your little tree, and of course, I popped it up. Now I'm again going to use my liquid glue, but you could certainly use the fine tip glue. And you may want to take your pick tool to pick up your little stars. Oh gosh, my putty end. You're not going to be impressed with how much glue I've got on here, Dee. Just wipe it on the silicone craft sheet before he sees.
It dries clear, right?
It does dry clear, yes. My putty end has kind of ooched itself out. I need to operate on my putty end. So this is a good chance to tell y'all a little trick. You twist it to have your putty come out a little bit more, but once you get it out, bring it back and take that tension off, and that will keep it from continuing to squeeze out. That'll help. How about that? Yeah, I made a little bit of a mess. That's okay though. A couple more little places that I'm going to put my stars. Ooh, I hope I have 3 more stars. I think I only have 2. Oh, thank you. I have access to another star, don't I?
I believe so.
So again, this is just a very, very quick, cute little project where you just really let the designer series paper do all the work for you. It makes a fun, fun little card, and there's no stamping. Thank you. Unless you want to stamp. You could certainly put a little strip banner across the front with a sentiment or stamp on the inside. But that is project number 1. with our Whimsy and Wonder suite of products. I love these dies. So, so cute. Okay, our next project, we're switching out silicone craft sheets. Our next project is going to feature the cute little, well, where'd my envelope go, D?
This is what it is,
Oh, yes. The next one is going to feature our cute little penguins in our Penguins Pal. And we are going to need to fussy cut. And I need my sample. Thank you. We are going to need to fussy cut. So LaDonna did the fussy cutting for Cassandra this morning, but we're going to actually have to do our own fussy cutting. So here is where I brought in the snowflake that I showed you. I think these are just seriously one of the best deals in this holiday catalog. 24 of these laser cut snowflakes from iridescent paper. Do we have that paper, Dee, so I can show them? So you just punch them out and they are just so awesome. Can I have that sheet? It's okay. And look at how much space is in between. You know, we are crafters and we want to utilize everything that we have. You could certainly run that ornament die through or that star die through and cut out a bunch of little embellishments. There's lots of room. And even though this has like a slick surface, if you're using Stays-On ink, you could even stamp on this and then die cut or punch them out. I love these snowflakes. And don't forget that this is the perfect size to just add a dimensional. So let me do that while I've got it flipped over. I'm just going to put that dimensional right there. Set that aside. We'll work on that in just a minute. So we have got, this is soft sea foam cardstock. Now, are you going to help me fussy cut?
Yep.
Thank you. You can fussy cut while I'm working and talking. And then we've just got the cute little piece of designer series paper, and then this strip that's going to go on the inside with our inside panel. So let's start working on some of these layers. So initially I was not going to use a soft seafoam card base. I don't remember, I think maybe I was going to use Balmy Blue, and Dale convinced me that the soft seafoam would be really cute, and I have to say he is correct. This is just a fun, bright card. So get that lined up. So there is a punch for the penguin, but then you have lots of other sheets of designer series paper with lots of other little critters on it, and you know, you can either die cut from them with circles or one of your label dies or punches. LaDonna did try to use her scan and cut to cut some of those little guys out, but because she's thinking that because of the color of the paper, there's not enough distinction between the colors, and that's why her scan and cut doesn't really like cutting these out. So sometimes we just have to fussy cut, y'all. And they really are worth fussy cutting because they're just so cute. Thank you, Dee. So we will go ahead and add our beautiful snowflake. I just love this so much. And I went ahead and put my penguin right there in the center. And of course I popped him up too. Let me grab my ink pad. And I'm just using Memento Tuxedo Black. Thank you. If only you could see all of this stuff over here on the side. And I need to grab a piercing mat so I can stamp right quick. Thank you. So we'll go ahead and stamp our sentiment on this little strip banner. So usually when we're cutting cardstock, we end up with those little strips. And whenever it's white, I always keep those strips for sentiment strips like this. I tend not to keep the colors, but I do tend to keep the white. I'm pretty happy with that. That's stamped pretty good. To the coolest friend ever. I know who I need to send this to. And then I'm just going to come under here, and I think I used mini dimensionals on my sample. Let me see if I can find some in my basket. Of course not. There they are. Just use some mini dimensionals to pop up my sentiment.
But you're going to send that to Brian, right?
Maybe. He's my sassiest friend, I think.
That's going to hurt Cassandra's feelings.
I have lots of cool friends. All my friends are cool. We're the cool kids. And then I thought that, initially I thought I would put the sentiment up with my little friends, but I decided, well, first of all, not to put it on upside down. I really liked bringing the sentiment down to the bottom on that stripe. I thought that looked really, really cute. Let's go ahead and put a couple of dimensionals on our little penguin. I have just a bunch of scraps of dimensionals over here, y'all. I need to get some more dimensionals out. We were talking the other day, those pieces along the edge, I have a friend that calls them the bones of the dimensionals. So I'm using up my bones. You did good work, Dee, on your birthday.
Well, if I could just get the invitation to stay till the end of the week.
So how long will we be married in September? 37 years? Yep. We had to do the math the other day. 37
Seems
years.
like yesterday.
Seems like yesterday. And so for many, many years now, Dale has been telling me that I can stay till the end of the week. A little bit sassy.
And tell them what your reply is.
My reply is usually I'll think about it. Well, who could turn down an offer like that, right? Okay. He used to also tell the kids if they were upset with me, he would say, well, just get in the car. We're going to go to the mama store and we're going to get us a new mama. And then they would say, no, we love our mama. All right, let's add our little penguin. I'm going to put him kind of at an angle. And then I'm going to put my polar bear down here towards the bottom. Oh, that was perfect timing. I hope y'all have someone to do your fussy cutting for you. That was awesome. Thank you. And then we're going to put our cute little fox.
Judy said she loves to fussy cut.
I know.
Well, I'm sure Cassandra wished you would move closer to her.
And this little guy's going to be curled up right there by his polar bear friend. So cute. Okay. So there is project number 2. I hope y'all love this. This penguin place with Penguin Playmates Designer Series paper. So cute. And don't forget, the paper is just around through Celebration while supplies last, August and September. So make sure you stock up and you have enough for your projects. Okay, we've got one more make and take. And this time we are featuring the Painted Christmas. Where is my sample? And we are making a very quick little tag. So what I did on this was used the stamp. I fussy cut around it, then I mounted it on a piece of real red cardstock, and then I fussy cut again. So in your kit, you have a pretty good sized piece of red and white cardstock. So the girls this morning, some of them did not do that fussy cutting around that sentiment. They added their sentiment at an angle. So you've got room to cut that down and still mount it and do it differently if you want to. Here is where we're using that beautiful cherry cobbler ribbon that has the gold. Now in the designer series paper is real red, but I think this ribbon looks absolutely stunning. We are using one of the little gold holly leaves, and then we are actually using, I'll bring that a little bit closer, we're using the, oh gosh, Opal Rounds, and we are coloring those with Stampin' blends to add our holly berries. Now I can't stamp for you in any of the kits that I send you, but I can color your holly berries, so you will find your holly berries already in there. Let's see, let me go ahead and do my stamping right quick, because I bet we'll probably fussy cut while I work on something else, won't you, Dee?
Sure.
Thanks.
I'd like to do that.
You would?
Yes.
And do you remember which stamp set this came from? I think it's called Christmas to Remember. So this Merry Christmas, it is just so cute. I love that font.
Yes.
Christmas to Remember. Would you mind handing me that stamp set right quick, Dee? Thank you. It's got lots of sentiments. Really, really cute sentiments. I love the font, but really great sayings as well. And that is just one of the stamp sets in this suite. Okay, what did I do with my little leaves? Please let me know if you did not get any greenery in your kit. The ones that we had here at the house, I had to cut some right quick, but you should have, we worked on these kits a couple weeks ago. You should have had greenery in your kit.
That's plenty.
Thank you, that is plenty. So first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of, this is one big die, and I just ran it through and then kind of cut it all apart. So I'm going to go ahead and add my greenery, a couple little pieces. And just be kind of mindful, if you don't want to put your sentiment across the bottom, you may want to put your greenery on a little bit differently. I'm just using glue dots to add. Oh, that one's kind of scrawny. That little piece of greenery. I think it'll still work though. Okay. And then I need to find my little gold pieces. So there's a couple different sizes of these gold holly leaves. So you may have gotten a smaller one or a larger one, depending on what I tucked inside your kit. And again, you can use glue dots to add these, and that works really well. Always want to use a nice strong adhesive on your 3D items. I'm just putting it at the end because I know that will stick, and then it also gives a little bit of dimension. So then let me also bring in my Opal Rounds and show you right quick. I'm going to use, you've got a fine tip and you've got a broad tip to your marker, so you can see the broad tip and the fine tip here. This marker is the dark real red. I'm going to use the broad tip, and you can use your Stampin' blends, alcohol markers, to color embellishments, and you're just going to gently rub that color on. Now it does take a couple minutes for that to dry. You can also color your ribbon. You just want to be gentle with the tip. And so if you're coloring something like a rhinestone, you want to be careful because there's some facets to that embellishment that can damage the tip of your marker. These smooth Opal Rounds, no problem. Now you can also add multiple layers of the ink. And I absolutely love the way that these look once they're colored. I actually like them better colored. I think it makes the shimmer and shine of the Opal Round show up even more. Okay, so let's see here. You want to do that, Dee? Do you want to? I think we're going to go ahead and mount this to the red, and then I'm going to ask him to.
Yep.
Let's see, cut one more time. Thank you. It is so nice to have an assistant. So kind to help. If I can get my glue going, I left it open.
Joanne, Jordan.
Hi, Joanne. Is Sandy back? Sandy?
Didn't see
Didn't see her? Okay, I'll message her later. Okay, so let me pass that back off to Dale. And I am going to come in. I think that that's plenty of time for those to have dried. I'm just going to use my Take Your Pick tool and add my holly berries. Aren't those cute? I just love the way that adds just a little something something to our project. We were talking too, and I was telling him this morning, I think, that this suite of products, just using brown paper to wrap your gifts, and using this suite of products to make a tag, and then maybe wrapping the ribbon around, wouldn't that be a beautiful package at the holidays? I'm excited about that. Now I'm just going to cut a little length of ribbon. And this ribbon is just beautiful. I'm so glad that we were able to enclose that in your package, and you could see that. I'm going to cut this one at an angle as well. It's kind of an odd little jagged edge. And I just fold my ribbon in half and bring that to a point, and then bring that through the hole. You do have to be kind of gentle because this is cut from designer series paper, and then just used a tag topper punch. So it's a little bit delicate. Just making sure, yeah. And then I'm just going to push that back through the loop of ribbon. And this is the part where you have to be kind of careful as you pull that snug, making sure you don't tear your designer series paper. And then just trim that up. And tags are really fun if you have someone at the office, or my daughter-in-law loves to get tags that we've made. But this is always a great idea. Where my sensor go? There it is. This is a great idea to make and give as gifts as well. I'm gonna have to. I put my my berries down too far, didn't I? I'm gonna have to kind of come across like we talked about this morning, and come across at a diagonal. But that's okay, don't you think?
Absolutely.
I may have to try to move this guy over just a little bit. I just came a little bit too low on my tag, but everything is figure outable. Okay, I think I did go ahead with the mini dimensionals on my sample, Yeah, a couple this morning too had to put it on at a diagonal, but that's okay. That looks cute too. I almost actually did that when I was designing this tag. So I hope you guys love your making tags. And I appreciate you joining us today for our launch party. If you have any questions about any of the products or the little projects we're making today, just let me know. And if you need a catalog, I'd be glad to send you one. Just send me a message. And that looks fine at an angle, doesn't it?
Looks fabulous.
Very cute. Okay, so that's project number 3. I'm not sure what I did with the other 2. There they are. So that just gives you a little sampling of products from our new holiday catalog. And you've got a jump start on your Christmas cards and tags. So thanks again for joining me, and I hope you have a great day, and happy birthday, Dee.
Thank you all.
Talk to y'all later.